Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Eberger, and welcome to Season 2 of the Holistic True Wealth series in collaboration with Mupo TV and part of Mupo Entertainment. As the CEO, founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness, and a certified holistic wellness coach, I am of the belief we all should be living a life of abundance and optimum wellness physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. As a certified holistic coach today, I take a finance first approach to achieving all encompassing personal well being by embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. By exploring diverse paths opens the door to true wealth in every sense. As a global ambassador for an innovative company revolutionizing the future of real estate through digital technology, I'm deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities worldwide. My mission goes beyond business by providing global-minded entrepreneurs with new ways to true wealth in the modern world so they can circumvent the system and go from financial fatigue to financial freedom. It's about creating opportunities, providing access, and building a more inclusive and supportive digital world where everyone has a chance to thrive. True wealth is not only about money, it's about a combination of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial fitness. Myself and my special guests are all about bringing awareness around alternative solutions from all aspects, leading one towards a path to overall true wealth. The mission: provide real solutions for real people who are serious about wanting to go from barely surviving to thriving again. Thank you for letting me share that little introduction for you. And before we get started, we're going to take a quick commercial break. For those of you who are interested, this interview series is in collaboration again with Mupo Entertainment at mupotv.com, or you can download their Android or iOS app where we're seen on Fire TV, Roku, and Vimeo, as well as 144 different countries. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back with Johnny Krypto, who is joining us from the state of Connecticut. And Johnny was last seen actually in Series 5, Episode 6 in Holistic Financial Fitness Series, and had a great interview with him then. And I'm excited to share more information about him today. And he is known as the top crypto researcher. He's also the co-host of the amazing Good Morning Crypto show, and he's the founder of Merlin, and one extremely very busy guy. And we've known each other for quite some time now. So welcome, Johnny, to Season 2, Episode 1. You're kicking off Season 2 of Episode 1 of Holistic True Wealth.
Well, that's awesome. First of all, Jeff, let me just say thank you for having me back again. It's a pleasure to be here. And hopefully you're doing well as well. Hopefully you had a good, happy holiday.
I did actually, indeed. So before we jump into the questions, how was your holidays in Connecticut, up in cold Connecticut? I'm down in Florida, but you know what? It has been cold down here. And tell the viewers who Johnny Krypto is outside of business.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we did have a white Christmas this year. We did get a little snow. I know you're not familiar with it down there. It doesn't last very long, but we did get a white one. It didn't last very long, but it was nice to make it a colorful holiday. Holidays were great as always. I love spending time with family. They always go by too fast, which I'm sure most people could probably sympathize with. But it's always great to be able to spend time with the family when I can. And speaking about who Johnny Krypto is, Johnny Krypto outside of Johnny Krypto is really a family man. I'm all about spending time with family. I kind of live my life by the 4 F's: friends, family, freedom, and fun. Those are what my whole life entails, or what I'm looking to do. And to be able to do those things, having fun with the family, with friends, and,
Sure.
and of course, I spent a lot of my time trying to get financial freedom so I can do the other three F's. So
There you go.
hopefully, in a nutshell, that gives you an idea. Follow the rule of the four F's.
I hear you on that one. So, Johnny Krypto, tell us how the name came about and why you got started in this evolving world of digital currency, blockchain technology, decentralization. I think that at this particular point, there's going to be some major changes, announcements, advancements in 2025.
Yeah. So, I first got exposure to Bitcoin back in 2013 as we were starting another business. And we talked briefly about maybe building a miner. And boy, do I wish we did it. We never did it because we were too busy starting another business. But that was my first exposure to Bitcoin and kind of getting a sense of kind of what this thing is. But back then, most people thought it was a scam. It wasn't really real. It was only worth a couple dollars.
Right.
And it didn't know whether it was going to stick. And then in 2020, my cousin had sent me a text message of this guy on TikTok. He sent me a TikTok with this big bearded dude with a tank top talking about the corrupt banking
Coach
system.
JV.
Coach JV about the corrupt banking system and what and I thought, holy cow, here's somebody that actually knows what's going on. I can relate to that because when you talk to most people, they don't understand how the banking system works.
Right.
They don't realize it's really a rigged system,
Exactly.
So with that said, Jeff, when I started following him more, he was talking about a new financial system coming to replace that one, and that was all about cryptocurrency. And that's how I started getting, following up back on remembering. Oh yeah, the Bitcoin that I remembered back in 2013 in the back of my head is like, okay, maybe this is something real. And now it's time to follow through. So I started following through with that, and I joined the academy to kind of learn from Coach. I knew nothing about it, but I am in technology. So I do understand that I knew something was coming, but I didn't know what yet. And this was in 2020. So now the curiosity was cueing me. So I said, let me dive into this and learn more about it. And I started researching this stuff every single day to the point where Coach asked me, hey, do you want to come and join my research team? I said, I'd love to be a part of the research team. And actually, we built the research team. I was one of the first members of it, along with Abs and Mario. And that's how I got into crypto. And then from there, the whole, we started doing shows with him. And then we needed kind of a name on the air. And that's when I came up with the Johnny Krypto.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I always share this story because I was a software engineer for 27 years. And in 2009, I was approached to purchase 500 Bitcoin at 0.0017 cents, which was an 85-cent investment. And I said, no, that's a scam.
Jeff, we all did it. We all did it.
But that's all changed. That's all changed today. And I'm very, very excited because I started to just say, you know what? In 2017, it was a cryptocurrency. I'm like, something's going on here. So I kind of just dibble-dabbled and then really engaged in 2021, 2022. And here I am today, a global ambassador for a international digital real estate company. So there's so many great projects out there. There's also some very bad projects out there. You've got to learn what is good and what is bad. And I learned my mistakes from the first project of losing about $125,000. So you live and learn. But I didn't give up, and here I am today. So for those that are just, really getting started, and the purpose is really my whole thing is about educating people. Yes, I'm here to promote my products and services with the company that I represent. However, number one is education first. So with that, for those people that are out there just getting started to embrace this digital age and starting to get into their uncomfortable zone, what three nuggets would you provide them or share with them that would be in their best interest to get out there and start doing their own research? Because it does take research to do this.
You better believe it. No doubt about it. And that's kind of why we started the academy, or what the academy is to help people do that. But the three things I would tell them is, first, start with recognizing that this is actually a real space to play. Because right now, most people talk to most people outside of us who have been closer to it. There's only 5% of the people invested in this crypto space. The other 95% aren't here yet, and a good chunk of them think this is a scam. So step one, recognize this is not a scam. This is a blockchain technology.
Yep.
This is a paradigm shift that we're going through, just like we went through in 1997. And in 1997, we had the internet boom. We had the same exact thing. People saying it was a scam. It was going to be used for nefarious activities. It was a fad. It was going to go away. It wasn't going to last. And let me tell you, like, look at how the internet has changed everybody's life. I mean, you and I are talking right now today over voice, over internet protocol, which nobody even thought was possible in the 1990s. And so here we are. So it's not a scam. Blockchain is real. Are there scammers out there? Of course, just like there were in 1997.
Exactly.
Same thing. So that does give the industry a black eye, but you have to recognize, first of all, it's real. Okay, so that's number one. Recognize it's not a scam. Because once you deem it a scam, you do what you and I did in 2013, right? You just it and you don't invest in it, and you miss out on a massive opportunity. So that's number one. Recognize this is real. It's coming. 2, embrace this change. Don't be afraid to get involved, to go do the research. Go start. Once you recognize it's real, now you have to figure out what the heck do I need to get into. There is over 27,000 active or 27,000 coins out there, about 12 or 13,000 active, and there's a bunch of blockchains. So it's a complex space. It's not simple to understand. But you first have to embrace that this change is coming. You have to recognize it's going to happen. And once you've embraced that change and you can now get your mind ready to know it's coming, then the third thing I would tell everybody is now go learn, go do your own research. And you could do that by either going to CoinMarketCap and starting putting in coin ticker symbols, start learning that way. I would encourage people to join a service or like we have the 3T Academy, something like that, where you come to there, and we've got hundreds of courses in there, Jeff, teaching about starting at the very beginner. What is crypto? All the way from what is crypto to how do you get a wallet? What is an exchange? How does it work? How do you set up a wallet? How do you move money in and out of it? What are the extra cryptocurrencies and all these different things? So we have a whole course of knowledge, so you don't have to try and figure all this stuff out on your own, because there's a lot to learn.
Yeah, no, those are great. 3 great points, and I'm going to highlight the last one because I am a member of 3T Academy and the 3T Warrior Academy, and it is a plethora of information, and there you get a million times more value than what it cost. So people can reach out to you, they can reach out to me and ask questions. Happy to get you connected with that. So with that, we're going to take a quick short commercial break, and we will be right back. This quick commercial here just kind of highlights my involvement with this VR2One, which is an international digital real estate company. And it's all about real world assets, and things today are being tokenized on the blockchain technology. It's been happening for a while, but it's going to happen more and more as we move forward into 25, 26, 27, 28. And that gives you just a little idea about how this technology is going to start taking over what we know today is going to be obsolete. Obsolete is going to be, it's going to be like the dinosaur age. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and this next sequence of questions is going to really bring out some more information. And this actually is what got me introduced to Johnny, because I came across this Good Morning Crypto, and I'm like, what is this show? I started to watch it, and man, the nuggets that come out of this show is amazing. And I picked up a lot of information, but a ton of it has also gone over this bald head. And I got frustrated in the very beginning and was getting really mad at myself. But then I said, wait a minute, this, I'm just getting into this like 2 years ago here, and it takes time to learn. So you will always pick up something good. So with that, tell us a little bit about this amazing show. And I've seen it evolve. It's just incredible. The Good Morning Crypto, how it got started, and what would be the benefits for beginners to start hopping onto this channel and seeing what value it brings to the people. And right now there's, last I looked, I think like 2 days ago, it was 186,000 subscriptions. So go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah. So, it's a great story here, Jeff. The Good Morning Crypto show was only supposed to be a 1 week filler show, and that's it. Coach is going away. He typically does an annual trip to Peru where he'll go do his, week-long kind of trip in nature and as a retreat. And so we wanted to fill the air with his on his channel with a show, because he would do a show every day. So we said, yeah, let's put this together, So Mario, I, and Abs, we had done, as the research team, we had done shows with Coach every so often, periodically on a Friday with him. We would do a segment about crypto. So, well, okay, Coach, while you're away, we'll just continue that. We'll kind of do our own thing. And so we were like, okay. And then we were kind of coming up with a name, and Mario came up with a great name, Good Morning Crypto. And then Ab said, okay, I'll host it. And then we're like, okay, and us three will be there. And that's kind of how it started. It was a 1 week thing. And that's it. So we launched it. We did it for the week where Coach was gone. And lo and behold, like, boom, it blew up. We got so many views. We're like, wow, this thing's pretty good. And Coach loved it. He was like, wow, you guys are really good as a team. And so in a nutshell, that's how it happened. It went from just being this 1 week show to now almost four since 2022. So 3 years on the air and over 750 plus shows that we've done. In Abs is, he's just a phenomenal, greatest host in the world. And you can see his evolution from, if you watch our day to where we are today. He's just phenomenal. He's fantastic. So having a great host, and then with our different personalities on the show, between myself and Gonzo and Mario, and there have been others in the past, we all bring different perspectives.
Right.
To the show.
That's what I love about it.
That's what makes it great. And the second thing we do is it is truly 100% authentic. I mean, we literally speak it right from the heart. And we don't take any sponsors. So nobody's telling us what to say. Nobody's telling us what to do. You've got a raw show where we are saying exactly how we feel, the way we feel it, and we just say it like it is. And I think that's what people love the most about the show, is the authenticity of it.
Yeah, no, it is. It's amazing. And the homework that's done behind the scenes, Abs just brings up all these screens, all this information, click here, click there. It's just, I don't know how he does it, but it's an amazing job. So
that's why we call him the boy wonder. He really is.
And that boy wonder is moving back up to Boston, and he was down here in Southwest Florida or mid Florida, up just north of me.
He's glutton for punishment, Jeff. I guess he likes that cold weather.
Good for him, because I don't like it. I'm from
Buffalo. He doesn't either, trust me.
So he'll be hibernating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. So, then the next aspect here is you are the founder of Merlin, and this is something that I actually belong to, and still getting acquainted with it. And we've talked about this and started to bring in some other coins that I've been working with. But share with the people out there today, because there are so many different products and services that are out there. And what I found very unique about yours is that you're able to bring in bring it into one location for the most part. There's, obviously it's still in development, but you're bringing in your whole, most of your portfolio into one location rather than having it going to multiple exchanges.
That's right, Jeff. What we, at the Academy, one of the things we were trying to solve for is we recognized pretty early when I got into crypto, I recognized that I couldn't keep track of my stuff. There is no simple way to do it, because when you're buying crypto, what you're going to learn when you come into the crypto space is you can't buy all your coins on one exchange or one place like you can with stock. Right. You can go to E-Trade or Ameritrade. You can buy everything in one place and it's all there and it's pretty easy and trackable. With crypto, that's not the case. You're buying, it's decentralized. Some of it's centralized. So you're buying on exchanges, you're buying on decentralized wallets, you're buying it all over the place. Then you're moving on to a ledger, you're moving on to a cold wallet. You got hot wallets, cold wallets, decentralized exchanges, centralized exchanges. So you can imagine, my coins were in like 8 different places. So I created, as an engineer, I created a spreadsheet to keep track of where everything was and what my portfolio was doing. And as I added more coins, it got more complex. It was harder to track. And then, you got a list of 20, 30 coins in your spreadsheet, and now you have to update the price of them every single minute if you want up to the minute accuracy.
Real time data.
Impossible to do. And I said, you know what? This ain't working. We created a spreadsheet in the academy. That was kind of the fundamental basis behind Merlin. But then I realized, like, you know what? The only way to do this is with an app. And lo and behold, that's how the idea came up. Mario was helping me kind of do the spreadsheet in the background, and we just couldn't automate it to bring in prices all the time. We said, let's just do an app. And so I that project I had in 2013 where we didn't go after Bitcoin, it was because I had built another software company and we were launching a fantasy sports product. So that kind of, didn't make it. But the reality is I formed friends with those guys, with those team, and I brought that team back together again, that software team. And that's when we developed Merlin, what we call the smartest way to track your crypto, where we bring all your coins into one place so you can see them there. We also allow to be able to sort, so you can kind of see what's happening on a daily basis or overall from the time since inception when you got in it. So you can kind of see what your portfolio is doing right up to the minute. And that was one of the most annoying things for me in 2021 without having this, is I didn't know what my account was doing.
Right.
In a moment's notice. And then we took it a step further and we said, wait a minute, there are crypto trackers out there today, but none of them do exit planning. And one of the things you'll learn about the crypto is prices go up and they go up really fast and they come down really fast. There's a very short period of time to take profits. And we realized, hey, if we can create a tool that gives us an alert, so we can create an exit plan so we could scale out on the way up, then we won't get wrecked on the way down by just watching all the way up and all the way down. And so this is something you have to mentally train your brain. It's very, very hard to do, because when prices are going up, you're in this mentality thinking that it's going to continue to go up, and you don't want to miss the top. Everybody wants the top. And this is the problem. If you look statistically, Jeff, less than 1% get the top. Everybody wants it, but you're waiting for the top. You miss it. Then you start coming down. Nobody wants to sell on the bottom side because they think we're going back up again later. And it just keeps going down, down, down. Yeah. And you end up then never selling. And then when you do sell, you sell for a major loss. And we said, we have to help our members here and not let that happen. And that's what Merlin does.
Yeah, and that also is taught in the 3T Warrior Academy as well. So that's great. That we could go on for, like another show to talk about this, and maybe we'll have to do that. But we're running short of time here. Want to end on the time that we've got allotted here. But you know what? With the recent elections and the results, I do know that there has been significant collaboration with this administration embracing blockchain technology, decentralization, cryptocurrency, real-world assets. And this particular slide here shows, well, Bitcoin was $90,000 at this showing back in November, but it's over 100,000 now. I mean, is it still over 100,000, or did it go back on into the 90s? I don't know.
We're right around the 97, 98,000.
97, 98. But still, I mean, when I bought it at 0.0017 cents and 500 coins at that price, geez, I'd be on a beach eating bonbons.
You'd have your own island named after you, Jeff.
There you go. But share a little bit about the, what you see and the years you've been doing this, where the digital world is moving in the future.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, this is probably the most exciting time to be alive, because for the first time ever, we as retail investors have a chance to front run institution. So I'm extremely excited about that. The problem, though, but in fact, past 4 years has been we've had a very anti-crypto administration in the office. We know now with Trump winning this election, and that's just a fact. I'm not making that up. Go look at the SEC track record. I mean, they have been attacking crypto every which way possible. Well, here's the good news for all of us now who are here and who have been through that battle and held strong through it. Times are about to change, my friend. There's four rules for when technology comes in. It's first they ignore you, then they laugh at you. Then stage 3, they fight you, which is what we just went through. The beautiful part is stage 4. Then they join you. And with Trump winning the election, we know that he's coming with 3 major things. First, he's coming with a massive pro-crypto administration stance. He wants America to be the number 1 crypto innovator in the world.
Yes.
So, and he takes pride. Trump takes pride. He's he's got a big ego there, right? He takes pride in being able to say, hey, I brought jobs back to America, or I'm creating more jobs in America. And he knows, he's a smart man. He knows this industry is just getting started. He doesn't want America to miss the boat. We're the number 1 innovators in the world. Why have we been for the past 4 years putting the brakes on this and letting it go all overseas? Well, I just read an article yesterday that literally because of Trump's winning of the election, they are now saying that the companies that went overseas, because Europe was being more crypto friendly, because of the new MiCA regulations that are very tight and very stringent, they're coming back to America because they believe Trump is going to open the door for that. So that's number 1. Number 2, Trump has been talking about bringing a Bitcoin national strategic reserve stockpile. Now, why is that important? Whether you love or hate Bitcoin, whether you love or hate altcoins, the reality is this whole market is driven by Bitcoin. And so, and I came in not even investing in Bitcoin in the beginning. I was investing in altcoins, but I've slowly learned that Bitcoin is also a place where you want to be diversified and have some portion, because as he creates a national reserve, that's going to then signify to the whole world that this technology, because Bitcoin, it's all driven by Bitcoin, is real. And then the halo effect of that will pour out into all the altcoins, and there'll be a massive, and I think that will be the birth of the whole crypto, a whole new sector in our economy called the crypto sector or blockchain technology sector. Number 3, first time we are now going to have a pro crypto SEC chairman. He's announced Paul Atkins as the chairman. So Gary Gensler has been very, very anti. Everybody was excited about him when he came in because he was an MIT professor in blockchain technology, and he's done completely opposite what everybody thought. Yeah. Well, the good news here is, and again, I don't really blame Gary. I know people will have an issue with that. It's not Gary. Gary's just doing what his bosses are telling him, in my opinion. The administration said, hey, you're going to put a squash on it, and he's doing what is. The good news is Trump is going to come in and say, hey, Paul, you're not squashing this thing. I want you to grow it. So I think having a pro-crypto chairman with a pro-crypto administration is going to be great. And then the 4th and final thing that to me is really exciting about 2025, Jeff, is for the first time ever in your lifetime and in my lifetime and in the U.S. governmental lifetime, the president of the United States is going to have a cabinet member whose title is a crypto and digital assets czar. That's his seat. We have a cabinet member. His full-time job when he's sitting across the president during his cabinet meetings is to give him advice and feedback onto how do we grow the digital asset, blockchain technology, and crypto technology. We've never had that, Jeff. We don't even know what that means yet.
I know. Another czar.
Another, but this is a good czar. This is the one we want. This is the one we want.
Absolutely. Well, thank those nuggets are awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I got very excited right after the election. And then this came up in a presentation that I was involved with regarding this. So lots of great things are happening. People need to embrace it, start learning about it. So if there was one nugget that you could share with our audience around helping them step into their uncomfortable zone around this space, what would that be?
I'm going to tell everybody right now, what you should do is go out there and try it. So number 1, go to Coinbase, go to Kraken, create an account. 2, connect your bank account to it. You can do it through Plaid services. They have them right inside. Once you get your account set up, you can connect your account. Number 3, buy some crypto. Go and buy some. Whether you buy Bitcoin or XRP or XLM or whatever you choose, Ethereum, just go buy $100 worth of it. to get familiar with it, just to understand it, to see how it works. And then
Yep.
the fourth thing I would tell people, piece of that is then move it. Try to send it to another wallet. Maybe create a MetaMask wallet, a cold wallet, a hot wallet, and transfer some coin. And that's the tricky part. It's a little scary, but once you get familiar with doing that, Jeff, now you've seen a whole completely independent financial system where I could buy a Bitcoin today on a Saturday when the banks are closed. But today I could buy a Bitcoin or a piece of a fraction of a Bitcoin. I could get it in my account and then I can move it. I could send it to you right now today.
I'll take it.
Yeah. On a Saturday. And you're going to be able to actually use it. And we can move money around when the banks are closed. And that is true financial freedom. So I would encourage people to take a little dabble in it and get familiar with it. So, $100, play with that. And that to me is the way you kind of start to embrace this new.
Perfect. Thank you, Johnny, so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your wisdom, your and just all the information that you've been providing many people on, throughout the world, actually, with this Good Morning Crypto, with Merlin, and really appreciate that. So lastly, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm a global ambassador for an international digital real estate ownership company that is expanding in the U.S. market. We just announced our IPO launch. We got a 24 to 36 month march to this launch of an IPO that we're going on the New York Stock Exchange, and 2025, 2026 is a strict marketing ploy for getting this information out to people. So if you're interested in, learning more about decentralization, real world assets, digital real estate ownership, the metaverse, we have a huge educational component to this, because right now we have an eclectic system that involves real tech, which is real estate, fintech, financial tech, ed tech, educational tech, and others that are in the pipeline that are going to come into this eclectic ecosystem down the road. So scan that QR code. I do monthly meetings or webinars, I should say, providing the information and just kind of dangling that carrot in front of your face to say, here, you want to go to the next step, and it's all about educating those people about what's happening today that is going to impact the world in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years down the road. I keep thinking back to Bitcoin in 2009 when it was 0.0017 cents. Where is it today? Okay. You don't want to miss out. Being a pioneer in this whole paradigm shift that we are in right now. And I'm confident that we, myself, or even Johnny, may have something that would be in your best interest to fitting that. So holistic true wealth is about the balance and harmony across all disciplines that I embrace and I also teach. And it's about creating a life that is rich in experiences, relationships, knowledge, and purpose. And by embracing this holistic approach, we're outside of this, centralized, broken and corrupt systems that we're dealing with and trying to pull away to live prosperously in the future. We can achieve a state of well-being that is sustainable and fulfilling, leading us to live our best lives. And with that, embracing, new wealth in the modern world, that's what it's all about. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode, episode 2 of Holistic True Wealth. Thanks again, Johnny. Appreciate your time.
Yep. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I was playing. I was playing.